On February 2nd, 2012, a colt was born destined to redefine greatness. This is the story of American Pharoah, a champion who made history by winning the Triple Crown and the Breeders' Cup Classic, the first to achieve racing's modern Grand Slam.
American Pharoah and Victor Espinoza have won the Kentucky Derby! But American Pharoah is all by himself. He is 5 lengths in front as they come to the wire. And American Pharoah and Victor Espinoza have won the Preakness. American Pharoah's got a 2-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole. And here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
Bred by Ahmed Zayat in Lexington, Kentucky, born at 11 p.m. on Groundhog Day in 2012, American Pharoah was no ordinary foal. His lineage carried promise, but his journey to greatness was far from guaranteed. In January 2013, the colt moved to Tailor Made Farm, preparing for a possible sale, a minor leg bump before the Fasig-Tipton Saratoga yearling sale left buyers skeptical. Zayat's agent stepped in, buying him back for $300,000. The decision would prove monumental.
We're all done. $300,000, $305,000 last call. We took it $305 and a half. Jimmy, $300,000 in the back. Thank you.
He began training at the McCathan Brothers Training Center near Citra, Florida. Trainer J.B. McCathan said he just did everything right. Once ready for race conditioning, he began his transformation into a champion under the watchful eye of Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert.
And away they go. All appeared to come out well. Scorpius broke smoothly along the inside. and Scorpius go on to lead them. American Pharoah's right there third, and Daddy DT's 4 wide. Coming through on the inside is One Lucky Dane. Litigation Road and Mill T are on the far side. Now here's Iron Fist in the gold making headway. 4.5 off the leaders. Calculator down at the rail. They run past a half-mile pole, and it's on the inside. American Pharoah on the far side, and Scorpius between them. 2.5 back to One Lucky Dane. Then comes Daddy DT in 5th. They followed by Calculator. Iron Fist is 6 off them, but Iron Fist starting to run now. And then 5 back to Litigation Road and Milty. They are approaching the quarter pole, and there's that goes on. Now shaking loose. And is opening up on them at the top of the lane. American Pharoah, here comes Iron Fist in the center, but got about 8 to make up on Homeward bound now, and is still well clear. Iron Fist running on from second, but it's well clear with a 16th to go. A big 8-9 lengths, and just never gave them a chance. And Fernando Perez pounding home to win it easy. Iron Fist was second, close. One Lucky Dane Calculator for third.
Ridden by Victor Espinoza, American Pharoah debuted in August 2014, but finished a disappointing 5th. That didn't stop trainer Bob Baffert from entering the young 2-year-old into the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity less than a month later.
And away they go. On the far side, we have Skyway bouncing away well. Now here comes In Excess Time in the green, and American Pharoah. American Pharoah now takes hold of the bit and sprints away to lead them early. Here's O. Newman pulling pretty hard along the inside. On the far side, Holiday Camps in the vanguard too. Calculator's the grey, only 3.5 off the leaders. Been followed then by Iron Fist, Red Button on the far side. Henry's Holiday last, 8 off the leader. They run past a half-mile. American Pharoah leading it by a length. Holiday Campers right there second. On the far side, Skyway. Calculator races between them with O. Newman down at the rail. In Excess Time in the green, 5 off the leaders. Then back to Red Button, Iron Fist, and last of all, Henry's Holiday. They come into the quarter pole now, and American Pharoah kicks on. American Pharoah sent along, leads it by 2. Calculator comes to take him on. Skyway's back in third. They head for home in the Del Mar Futurity, and it's all American Pharoah. He's strong on the lead. American Pharoah striding away, leads by 4 big lengths over Calculator, who's a game second. But American Pharaoh, the son of Pioneer of the Nile, has absolutely annihilated them in the Del Mar Futurity. American Pharaoh and Victor Espinosa. Calculator was second. And then it'll be close Skyway and Iron Fist, followed by Henry's Holiday.
He bounced back, winning the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity and subsequently the Frontrunner Stakes less than a month later by dominant margins. An injury sidelined him from the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, but his talent shone bright enough to earn the 2014 Eclipse Award for American Champion 2-year-old male. American Pharaoh's 3-year-old campaign began with victories in the Rebel Stakes and Arkansas Derby, before being entered in the 2015 Kentucky Derby.
They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. And American Pharaoh broke okay. He's on the outside of horses, and Dortmund is out even better, and Carpe Diem is there, and Firing Line's in the early mix too. It's going to be Dortmund to set the pace here in the Kentucky Derby. Firing Line on the outside is second. American Pharaoh is third to the outside of them. Carpe Diem is right there. Dancing Moon is close and running in between horses. Then Bolo. Mr. Z is after that, and then Ocho, Tencender. Upstart is 3 wide as they move into the turn. He's 8 lengths off the lead. Then the World Traveler Mubtahij is down on the inside. It's a Knockout is next. Materiality farther behind than we expected. And then comes Frosted, War Story, Keen Ice and Fermento near the back of the field. And the trailer is far right as they make their way to the backstretch. It is Dortmund in front. He went a half mile in an easy 47 1/5 seconds. Dortmund, the leader up the backstretch, a half a length, and Gary Stevens has Firing Line right in second position. And American Pharaoh will be third up the backstretch. He's 2.5 lengths off of his stablemate. Carpe Diem follows in fourth. Dancing Moon is fifth, and he's 5 lengths off the lead. Then Bolo on the outside of Ocho. Mubtahij is 7 lengths behind. And then it's Mr. Z, Upstart, Tencender is after that, and it's a Knockout, and they're rounding the far turn. And Dortmund is the leader. He's on top by a half length, and Firing Line confronts him. And American Pharaoh has come under a ride as Firing Line takes the lead outside of Dortmund. Here comes American Pharaoh, and he sweeps up on the far outside, and they're into the stretch. And it's American Pharaoh who has taken the lead on the outside. In between horses is Firing Line. Dortmund is down at the rail as they come into the final furlong. American Pharaoh, Firing Line not done yet. And these two come into the final 16th. It's American Pharaoh in front. Firing Line. Dortmund is third. Frosted is fourth. Coming to the finish, American Pharaoh and Victor Espinosa have won the Kentucky Derby.
On May 2nd, 2015, he stormed to victory at Churchill Downs, claiming the Kentucky Derby, the first jewel of the Triple Crown. 2 weeks later, on May 16th, 2015, in the driving rain, he shipped to Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore, Maryland, to participate in the Preakness Stakes.
And it's Mr. Z who's out the best. American Pharaoh on the inside thunders on through now. And American Pharaoh will be tested early by Mr. Z as they come by us the first time. And Dortmund has taken off the pace. He's 4 lengths off the lead. Then Firing Line, Divining Rod, Bodhisattva, and Dancing Moon on the inside. Taylor Berg trails the field as American Pharaoh tries to shake away in the slop over Mr. Z through a flashy opening quarter mile in 22 4/5 seconds. And Dortmund is running in third position. He's 5 lengths off the lead. Then Divining Rod, Bodhisattva. Firing Line's farther back than we thought he would be here. Firing Line is about 8 lengths off the lead, just ahead of Dancing Moon. And Tale of Verve is at the back of the field. Up the backstretch. And the Kentucky Derby winner is the leader. American Pharaoh has run a half mile in 46 2/5 seconds. And he's going along quicker than he did in the Kentucky Derby. He's in front by 2.5 lengths. Mr. Z is second, and Dortmund is closer now. And he's moving up on the outside. And now American Pharaoh's lead is down to a half a length. Mr. Z is second, moving for the turn. Dortmund is caught wide in third. Firing Line, not firing yet. In fact, he's dropping back. He is not going on today. American Pharaoh is the leader as the field rounds the far turn. Dortmund is on the outside, running in second position, and Divining Rod is right there. Mr. Z is next, and the others are far behind, and they're coming to the top of the the stretch. 3/4 in 1:11 and 2. And they're into the stretch in the slop at Pimlico. And American Pharoah has pulled away to a 2.5 length lead over Divining Rod. And then it's Dortmund. Taylor Verve, a huge long shot, is making a move on the far outside. But American Pharoah is all by himself. He is 5 lengths in front as they come to the wire. And American Pharoah and Victor Espinoza have won the Preakness over Taylor Verve. And then it was Divining Rod. Dortmund ended up third. Victor Espinoza and Bob Baffert get yet another chance at a Triple Crown in 3 weeks at Belmont Park.
And there's Espinoza. Doesn't even feel the raindrops now, does he? Champion of the 140th Preakness. His name will go alongside many of the greats. American Pharoah with the track, a sea of mud, went right to the lead. Espinoza gave him a little breather. The other horses closed on him a bit, and then he opened up again. And through the stretch, he pulled away to the delight of Bob Baffert, who has brought 4 Derby winners to the Preakness and 4 times has come away a winner again. And now he and his owners, the Zayats, on the way to Belmont Park with a shot at becoming the 12th winner of the Triple Crown. And for Victor Espinoza, the highs and lows are pretty high right now with back-to-back Preakness wins on American Pharoah today.
Now, only the grueling Belmont Stakes remain between him and history.
Over the better part of the last 4 decades, the morning after has told stories that one way or another, all had the same ending.
Super Charm has lost the lead. Funny side has dropped back to third. Can Smarty Jones hold on? The Triple Crown will remain vacant once again.
Now we wonder what they'll print after this Belmont. American Pharoah has raced to the brink of the Triple Crown, his stature growing with every step.
And it's American Pharoah who has taken the lead on the outside.
As a Kentucky Derby favorite, he aced the first real test of his career. And as a Preakness target, he ran away from everyone in the rain.
And American Pharoah and Victor Espinoza have won the Preakness.
Now, for a Hall of Fame trainer who's been agonizingly close before. For a star jockey back in the very same place he was a year ago. And for a sport that's seen so many other champions come up just short. American Pharoah is the latest to enter the Belmont starting gate with a shot. So, what will be printed tomorrow? What will the story be? How will the headlines read? The answer is moments away.
It's been a perfect day and now perfect early evening, which could provide the perfect setting for the long-awaited perfect ending. In just a few minutes, 8 horses will begin a 1.5-mile journey over the daunting track here at Belmont Park. For those backing American Pharoah, it'll be a 1.5 miles to history or to heartbreak.
And the last few runners are moving into line here. All eyes on stall number 5 with American Pharoah. Is today the day? Is he the one? We are soon to find out. Materiality is coming up to the outside stall. They're all in line, and we're ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. Not a great start for American Pharoah, but he will be sent to the lead by Victor Espinoza, so he waits no longer. Right to the front for American Pharoah in the race to the first turn, but he did not come out of the gate all that well. Frosted is away running in second position. Materiality is third to the outside. A ground-saving run for Mubtahij, who's right behind American Pharoah into that first turn, then made from Lucky. Keen Ice, Taylor Verve, and the trailer is Fremento. The opening quarter mile was 24 seconds flat. A sensible fraction for American Pharoah, who leads the way on that sweeping first turn here at Belmont Park. And Materiality is kept close by John Velasquez, running in second position. Mubtahij, Frosted, and Keen Ice are right there. Keen Ice is not far behind at all. He's 2 lengths off the lead. Then it's Made from Lucky. It's 4 lengths more back to Taylor Verve and Fremento, a 48 4.5 mile. So it continues to be a moderate tempo up the backstretch here. And it is American Pharoah who leads the way by 3/4 of a length. And Materiality keeps the pressure on in second. Mubtahij is third on the inside. And then comes Keen Ice in fourth. Frosted is fifth. Made from Lucky. Ridden along to keep up with the field. He's sixth, and he's 4.5 lengths off of American Pharoah. Frumento and Taylor Verver at the back of the pack. So, American Pharoah is halfway home in the Belmont. 3/4 went in 1:13 and 2/5 seconds. And he begins his run into the far turn. 3/4 of a length ahead of Materiality in second. And then it's Keen Ice on the outside of Mubtahij. Frosted in traffic behind them. And then Made from Lucky on the outside. Around the far turn. And American Pharoah continues to lead the way. He's on top by 3/4 of a length. Mubtahij is off the rail, and now he's a length behind in second, and American Pharoah kicks away. American Pharoah has opened up a 2-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch, and Frosted has moved up into second, and they're into the stretch, and American Pharoah makes his run for glory as they come into the final furlong. Frosted is second with 1/8 of a mile to go. American Pharoah's got a 2-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole. And here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
On June 6, 2015, American Pharoah ended a 37-year drought, becoming the 12th Triple Crown winner.
If you can hear us, Donna.
Victor, you just won the Belmont Stakes, and with it, ended the 37-year drought and got your first Triple Crown finally. What does this mean to you?
Wow. I only can tell you, it's just an amazing thing that, it's just unbelievable how things work out, with just an amazing horse like American Pharoah. I was coming to this race so much confident the last 2 times. It's just an unbelievable. I feel great in the Jackson. I drank some Monster, and then I feel so good. I said, I hope American Pharoah feel like me. But he did. He's just an amazing horse.
At what point did you realize I'm going to win this, and can you describe that moment?
I tell you, in the first turn, when he broke a little step slow because he kind of sacked back and then they opened the gate. But at 2 jumps, I was just right in the lead. That's what I want to be. Link in front of everybody, and steady all the way around. I'm telling you, I had the best feeling ever when he crossed the first turn.
What makes this horse so special, Victor?
The way he run. The way he traveled, the way he stretched his legs, the way he hit the ground. You don't even feel it when he's like going that fast. You feel like he goes in the slow motion.
Well, you might not be able to feel how fast he's going, but I can feel how happy you are. Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, Bob, I have never seen a scene like this. What are you thinking? What are you feeling right now?
It's very emotional. I'm thinking about my parents. I wish they were alive to see this, and I was hoping it would happen. I didn't know how I was going to feel. Now I know.
Your parents passed away. We've talked about this before. They saw you with many special events in your Hall of Fame career, and you kind of felt the spiritual part of them with you throughout this journey.
They were with me today. I was talking to them the whole race.
What were you thinking coming for home, close before, but coming up short?
You know what? Down the backside, he was in his groove, and I knew he's a great horse. He's going to do it. He's just a great horse. It takes a great horse to do it.
Did you have a confidence coming over that this would be the day?
I felt good about him. I knew he was training well. I got a great team, Jimmy Barnes and everybody that works with the horse. But we had you have to have the horse.
And to be a part of history, so many of the trainers immediately coming up and congratulating you. I don't know how much is sinking in right now, but what does it feel to be a Triple Crown winning trainer?
I just feel like I have a very special horse, and he's the one that won. It wasn't me. It was the horse.
American Pharoah, the most lightly raced Triple Crown winner in history. He did it in only his 8th career start. That exclusive club has a new entrant. The horse with the misspelled name and the stubby trail is now immortalized as the 12th Triple Crown winner in racing history.
Slow me down, going fast as lightning, showing off, raging now, throwing down black label, blowing stacks at the pay and put on blast, forget you now.
American Pharoah ran in the Haskell Invitational, racing before a sold-out crowd, and delivered another spectacular performance. After that, he traveled to Saratoga for the Travers Stakes, known as the Midsummer Derby. It was here that he faced one of the toughest challenges of his career, competing against fresh contenders eager to dethrone the Triple Crown champion.
And we are ready for the start. They're off in the Travers. And American Pharoah had a great start. He goes straight to the front, and Frosted is away well. And Frosted is just to the outside of the Triple Crown winner early. And then it's Smart Transition running in third. Upstart is fourth. Texas Red fifth. Keen Ice is sixth on the outside as they pass by us. And then Mid-Ocean Fermento. Tail of Verve and King of New York is the trailer. So American Pharoah gets some early pressure here in the Travers. Frosted is kept close to the pace, and Smart Transition is third. The opening quarter mile was a soft one, though. It was 24 1/5 seconds. Upstart is tucked in. He's now third, and Smart Transition is back to fourth. And then it's Texas Red and Keen Ice, a separation of 5 to Mid-Ocean, and it's a long way more back to the others. And they're followed by Tail of Verve, Fermento, and King of New York. And a Triple Crown winner moves on to the backstretch at Saratoga. American Pharoah is the leader, and Frosted is keeping him company up the backstretch. He's 3/4 of a length behind him. And then it's Smart Transition, Upstart right together. Keen Ice is fifth behind them. Kent DeSormo and Texas Red are 6 lengths behind American Pharoah, who continues to be pressed along by Frosted. And they went a half mile in 48 1. And at the half mile pole, these two are together. And they've gone 3/4 in 1:11 2. American Pharoah by ahead. And Frosted is taking it to him on the far turn. Frosted is right alongside of American Pharoah. And now Victor Espinoza has to ask American Pharoah to go. And Frosted continues to cling to him on the outside as they round the far turn. They're 4 lengths ahead of Keen Ice. And as they turn for home, American Pharoah has lost the lead at the top of the stretch. Frosted on the outside is now in front. But American Pharoah is battling on from the inside. He's showing all this fight with 1 furlong to run. And here on the far outside comes Keen Ice with a late threat. American Pharoah put away Frosted. He has to deal with Keen Ice. Keen Ice has got him. Keen Ice has won the Travers over American Pharoah in a dramatic upset. Frosted was third, and Upstart was fourth, and a final time of 2:01.57 seconds. The Graveyard of Champions has claimed another.
Though his 8-race winning streak came to an end with a close second-place finish, American Pharoah's determination and grace in defeat only deepened the admiration of his fans. And he wasn't done yet. His final act would be his most extraordinary.
They are born here. They are raised here. They are sold here. And then they return here. The full circle for the Breeders' Cup champions consistently centers around the Bluegrass. The region revolves around the Thoroughbred. Horses are worshipped here. What better homecoming for the horses and their connections than a Breeders' Cup at Keeneland?
What is here set forth is the shadow of a dream, in that it envisions a creation the like of which has not been seen in America. But hard mathematics, solid common sense, substantial facts, and the integrity of a community give substance and form to those who would have the dream come true.
As American Pharoah enters the starting gate for the final time with a call of the Breeders' Cup Classic, here's Larry Colmus.
All right, Tom, American Pharoah is in there. We're just waiting for Honor Code, who takes up his spot in the outside stall. They're all in line, and we're ready for the start. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and American Pharoah bounds right to the front. He's going to take the early lead in the Classic, and FNX is away running in second. Frosted wrangled off the pace, and so too Totalist on the inside, and he's a bit keen and headstrong. And Keen Ice is right behind them as American Pharoah passes the finish line for the first time. And then it's Glen Eagles, followed on the outside by Hard Aces, and Honor Code is last. And the first quarter mile goes in 23 and 4/5 seconds. That's not a fast pace, and it is American Pharoah who is setting it. And FNX is his closest pursuer. He is 2 lengths behind, running in second. Totalist, a Belmont Stakes winner, is third, 5 lengths off of a Triple Crown winner. And then Frosted to the outside. Keen Ice is a good 9 lengths behind. Then Glen Eagles, Hard Aces, and Honor Code will do his running later. He's 13 lengths off the lead. A half mile in 47 and 2/5 seconds. And American Pharoah, the Triple Crown winner, heads up the backstretch at Keeneland in the Breeders' Cup Classic. FNX is a length and 3/4 off of him in second. And then Totalist and Frosted right together, third and fourth, 5 lengths ahead of Keen Ice, Glen Eagles, and Hard Aces. And still Honor Code at the back of the field of 8 that chases American Pharoah through 3/4 of a mile in 1:11.1. So it's picked up a bit as they head for the far turn. American Pharoah's lead is a length and a half. And now Victor Espinoza starts to pump on him and says, let's go. On the far turn, they're in front by 2. FNX continues to chase, and then comes Frosted and Totalist, and they're all put to full-out drives, and American Pharoah is getting away, and they're into the stretch, and American Pharoah has a 4-length lead. FNX is second, and then it's Frosted, Totalist, and Honor Code. American Pharoah comes into his final furlong, and he's got a 6-length lead as they come to the wire. A Triple Crown winner, a Breeders' Cup winner, a horse of a lifetime. American Pharoah has won the Breeders' Cup Classic over FNX and Honor Code in a final time of 2 minutes, 0.07 seconds. He went out in style.
On his last race, he crushed his rivals by 6.5 lengths. Wire to wire, setting a track record. The victory secured him the first Grand Slam of thoroughbred racing, the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, Belmont Stakes, and Breeders' Cup Classic.
It is mayhem in the winner's circle following the 32nd Breeders' Cup Classic. American Pharoah, the Triple Crown winner, comes through. I am in some obvious, very good company here in the winner's circle. The winning owner, Ahmed Zayat, and his family. Congratulations. The presentation with Kate Upton, actress, model, Breeders' Cup ambassador. Juan Carlos Capelli of Longines. Kate, do the honors.
Congratulations, you guys. It was such an honor to watch him race and to win the Grand Slam and have a course record. Here's your trophy.
American Pharoah retired at the end of 2015, having won 9 races and nearly $9 million. Today, he still stands at stud at Ashford Stud in Kentucky, his legacy living on through his foals and the memories of his historic achievements.
I think he's a horse like, you know, going back to the days of throwback, like the Secretariat. I mean, remember Secretariat when I was young, watching him. He just caught, you know, the America's eyes. He made everybody feel good. He was a lift. Anybody that watched that race at Belmont Day, and anytime you make sports history in America, especially a horse. I mean, everybody. I mean, the horse is so part of history that when he did something like that, it just really brought people that were watching that. It just brought them. They had a great. I keep hearing it. It just made their lives so great that day. Watching them, lifted up their spirits, and you know, that's what he was, and so he inspired a lot of people.